Hello, you're watching ERi-TV and welcome to English News Broadcast. These are the top stories. Leaders around the world sending messages of congratulations in connection with the 30th Independence Day anniversary. 11 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today. The global COVID-19 cases and death toll continue to rise. And Israel continues Gaza raids as calls for ceasefire grows. The local news. King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, President Ali Bongo Omidibia of the Republic of Gabon, President Zoran Milivojevic of the Republic of Croatia, President Alexander van der Bellen of Austria, President Dr. Lazarus Makteri Chakwera of the Republic of Malawi, as well as Mr. David Hareli, Governor-General of the Commonwealth of Australia, sent messages of congratulations to the people and government of Eritrea in connection with the 30th Independence Day anniversary. In their messages, the leaders wished good health to President Isaias Afwerki and peace and prosperity to the Eritrean people. They also expressed their country's readiness to develop friendly relations and mutual cooperation with Eritrea. We have an announcement from the Ministry of Health. 11 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today at quarantine centers in Galalo 5, Northern Red Sea region, Asmara 5, Central region, and Tesane 1, Gashbarka region. On the other hand, 24 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the Gashbarka 22, Central 1, and Southern 1 regions have fully recovered and have been discharged from these facilities. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly risen to 3,700, while the number of deaths stands at 14. And the total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 3,879. Minister of Health, Asmara, May 18, 2021. Artistic and cultural performances in connection with the 30th anniversary of the Eritrean independence that is being celebrated under the theme Resilient as Ever have been conducted yesterday at the Central Region Administration Hall. The performance that was organized by youth artists featured the cultural diversity and national unity of the Eritrean people, as well as the history of the armed struggle for independence, as well as the resilience the people of Eritrea demonstrated. Speaking at the event, the head of the Department of Culture and Sports, Mr. Andreas Asmarum, highlighted the struggle and the sacrificial price the Eritrean people paid for independence and underlined the paramount importance of artistical documenting and transferring the noble history to posterity. Participants to the artistic and cultural performance expressed satisfaction for contributing capacity-level participation in highlighting the event. The governor of the Central Region, Mr. Fisahaye Haile, the chairman of the PFDJ branch in the Central Region, Mr. Yusuf Saik, and the chairman of the Regional Assembly, Mr. Abraham Semere, took part. The National Association of Eritrean War Disabled Veterans has, in the past 30 years of independence, spent 132 million nakfa in rehabilitation of 6,110 of its members, stating that the members were rehabilitated with various mid and small-scale businesses and plants. The chairman of the National Association of the Eritrean War Disabled Veterans, Mr. Gabriel Birhan Iyasu, said the association has also organized various vocational training programs, including weaving, beauty salon, auto mechanics, electronics, basic computer programs, among others, pointing out that the association has created microcredit and saving program aimed at enabling disabled veterans residing in rural areas become financially self-supportive. Mr. Gabriel Birhan said that over 51 million nakfa was distributed to over 5,200 members. Regarding the health of members, Mr. Gabriel Birhan said the association is exerting strong effort to ensure the health and mobility of the veterans. He also said the association gets financial and material support from branch organizations in Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Holland, Germany, the USA, UK, and other nations, stating that supporting the war disabled veterans is not to be left to the association or the government alone. Mr. Gabriel Birhan called for the integrated and reinforced participation of the society and other stakeholders. The National Association of the Eritrean War Disabled Veterans was established in October 1993. International news is next after a short break. Welcome back. The total number of confirmed COVID-19 cases globally surpassed 164 million today, with the death toll exceeding 3.4 million. And the number of recovered patients has exceeded 143 million. This is according to World Meters. India becomes the second nation after the U.S. to pass the green milestone of recording more than 25 million infections. India's total coronavirus cases have surged past the 25 million mark, boosted by 263,000 new infections over the past 24 hours, while deaths from the COVID-19 rose by a record 4,329. This is according to data from the country's health ministry. French President Emmanuel Macron is hosting leaders of African countries and heads of global financial institutions for a summit that will seek to provide the continent with critical financing swept away by the impact of COVID-19. Regarding COVID and vaccine, experts appointed by Tanzania's new president have declared COVID-19 vaccines to be effective and recommended joining the COVAX facility that shares the inoculation. And the latest signs suggesting official doubt about the pandemic is declining. The recommendations by COVID-19 committee formed in April by President Samia Suluhu Hassan were given by the chair of the group at a press conference at State House in Dar es Salaam. Dozens of airstrikes pounded Gaza today as U.S. President Joe Biden expressed support for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in a phone call with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. At least 213 Palestinians, including 61 children, are being killed in Gaza since the attack began. About 1,500 Palestinians have been wounded. 12 people in Israel have died, including 2 children, while at least 300 have been wounded. Biden held his third phone conversation with Netanyahu since violence flared on May 10 and expressed support for a ceasefire. But the U.S. president stopped short of demanding an end to the violence. EU Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell called for implementation of a ceasefire following a video conference of EU foreign ministers, adding that the call was backed by all the bloc's member states except Hungary. President Joe Biden's administration approved the potential sale of $735 million of a precision-guided weapons to Israel, and congressional source said U.S. lawmakers were not expected to object to the deal despite violence between Israel and Palestinian militants. 3 congressional aides said Congress was officially notified of the intended commercial sale on May 5 as part of the regular review process before a major foreign weapons sales agreement can go ahead. There were no objections at the time by the Democratic and Republican leaders of the Congressional Foreign Affairs Committees that reviewed such sales. Strong support for Israel is a core value for both Democratic and Republican members of the U.S. Congress, despite calls for a few of the most progressive Democrats to take a tougher stance against the government of Israeli leader Benjamin Netanyahu. Indian authorities raced to evacuate hundreds of thousands from the coast as powerful cyclone Tokatia rolled toward landfall. Tokatia was a maximum sustained winds that were equivalent to the strength of a Category 3 hurricane in Gujarat state north of the Mumbai. 6 people in the state of the Maharashtra because of the cyclone, and this is according to the Press Trust of India news agency. 3 sailors were missing after 2 boats sunk over the weekend. Rain from the storm killed 6 people in Kerala, Karnataka, and Goa state. The airport in Mumbai closed for operations till at least 6 p.m. Monday local time. The cyclone has damaged hundreds of houses, uprooted at utility poles, and trees, forced thousands to flee as India has been in the midst of deadly COVID-19 surge. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.